But we're back. Summertime.
I was doing stuff.
You were busy. You're on the road. Are you still on the road?
Yeah, I'm in Orlando now, but I'm at the brand new I don't even know what it's called, but the brand new water park. What's it called? Yeah, we're at some brand new water park. It just opened a few weeks ago at Universal.
Universal Studios. Are you at the one in Florida?
Yeah, we're at the one in Florida, in Orlando. Here, I'll show you the view from my room. Check this out.
It looks like you live in a castle, Shawn Mayo. You got mountains of waterfalls and everything back there.
Yeah, there's like a huge volcano thing. I'm in like a horrible spot for this, but there it is. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
3 weeks ago. So yeah, it's like right outside my room.
And you've been touring all over the place, right? You've been all across America now?
Oh yeah, we're going all across America, all over. Yeah, so hang on. Let me just send this email real quick to remind people to jump on the call, and then we're gonna like talk about some stuff.
Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. Let's get serious.
Yeah, so there's a few people there. We got a ton of people that registered, so I think more people will be coming in momentarily. I think 54 people registered the last time. Look, and I just sent it out to lots of thousands more, let's say. So
okay.
Hopefully we'll see a few more people in here. If not, the replays are getting a ton of people coming. So
the replays are exciting, Shawn Mayo. Sometimes I watch the replays myself, and I'm surprised at how exciting they are.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna. We've been working on something new with Zoom, so hopefully we'll be able to have one link that will stay the same, so people can register for the webinar. It'll be the same link all the time, so we can put it in the videos and the descriptions, and when they register, they'll be able to register for the newest one.
That's a big request. We got a lot of requests on my channel. People are saying, well, I want to register once and I want to see all the shows, not just one show. You guys do this every week. I want to see all the shows, and I want to see all the old shows too.
Right. Well, that's easy. We have a page for that, but the problem is, and we've done that, like we did a webinar series training people on tactical arbitrage. So you were able to register once and then they register for all of them. But the problem is people, lose interest or, move on to other things or decide merch, isn't for them or whatever. So when somebody registers, we could do that when they register, but they're going to be registered for every show, like forever. So I'm not sure if there's an easy way within Zoom to unregister. So we really need to work that out, but we could set it up where all of these shows go, you register once and then you'd be subscribed, like every week. But it would be for everybody, it wouldn't like be an option, do you want to register forever? It would be one registration page and that would be it. So
yeah,
we can do that, but I just have to figure out, I don't want a bunch of people to start complaining because they registered once and now, they're getting emails every week. Well, they actually get it 3 times, a week before, a day before, and an hour before. And then when it's live, so I guess 4 times. So
I've heard about this. Sometimes the people complain they're getting too much free information.
Right. Yes, we do
information overload.
For too much information from us. We do put a ton of stuff, on merch, different print-on-demand sites, and so yeah, I really don't want, I don't want people to complain. Obviously, oh, right here. I don't want people to, have to unsubscribe to my mailing list, which I think is the worst thing because, we do put out a ton of information. So, the last thing we want to do is lose those people. But of course, we want to put out the most amount of information as possible. And of course, selling stuff goes with that. We do a ton of free stuff, but we have to make money too. So we do have to sell some stuff. So we try and sell stuff that, is going to be interest to our followers.
So you've got some free stuff and some for sale stuff, but I've heard the for sale stuff can help increase people's sales and make them more efficient and save them time and more convenience, right?
Well, yeah, obviously. So, we take the free stuff, take our feedback, and then we turn that into, a lot of times we're building software or, other things, and work with people like you, of course, to bring, things like that to, to our followers. So, you wrote a book, so, on, the things that we teach for free, which this is basically an extension of that. So, if you want to go more in depth, if you want, written stuff and, step by step written down, that kind of leads into what you've done in your book, which is an ebook for now. And you're working on the print version as well. So, what we talk about, I consider it less a book and more of, what I would call maybe, a Bible or, it's kind of like a dictionary. I don't see your book as something I'm going to read from front to back, although I did, but, I think I got a pretty early version of it. Yeah. So, I was more interested in the review possibilities, but I don't think most people are going to read your book. It's not a, start on page 1 and read it till.
It's not a storybook.
Right. So it's not a storybook. It's not, how I sold on merch, but, it's more of a, a reference type material. So that's how when I'm ready to go sell on a new platform, or when you're ready to sell on a new platform as a user, you're going to go to that book and you're going to get, I'm going to go over that section, because it has, so much more than you can find anywhere else, on whatever platform it is, or, however you want to source your designs, if you're going to make it yourself, or if you're going to, outsource it, there's sections on all of that stuff. So, yeah.
I think of it as an accelerant. It helps people to get to what they want faster. So it took me probably more than 400 hours total to write the current version of the book. The printed version, I've stopped counting the hours. It's ridiculous. The printed version is going to be quite long. But the current version right now, it's 131 pages. So it's over 130 pages. And it has a lot of step-by-step. So a lot of follow these steps if you want to set up an account, or if you want to set up a process, or if you want to integrate a service, or if you want to outsource something. These are the steps to follow. It's really kind of like a how-to guide on dozens and dozens of things having to do with print on demand across multiple platforms, right? There's more than 5 platforms covered in the book. And there's also the bonus files. There's also the marketing guide. There's the outsourcing area. There's the art design, the programs. There's the mobile apps section. And it's beyond just links. It goes into detail as to what the links contain and what's in there, what you're going to find, how you can use it, why you would use it. And there's dozens of links to videos as well. So you can get into even more in-depth content if you want to go beyond what's just in the book itself.
Right. So you say there's going to be a lot more in the print version. So is the print version eventually going to turn into what they get when they buy the ebook, or is it becoming 2 separate things?
So what's going to happen is when I put out the print version, I'll update the e-version portion of that, but they are going to be 2 separate products. So the e-version is going to be what it is now, plus additional content. And then the printed version, it'll be a little bit different, but it'll cover all the same content. It'll just have a lot more content to it. So one does not include the other. They are 2 separate things. There's going to be, it will essentially be, the content will be essentially the same, but the print version is going to be a lot longer because I've been working on it for almost 3 months here. So it'll most likely be well over 200 pages. So it's almost twice as long. It's got a lot more information. It's got a lot more resources. It goes more in depth. There's more step-by-steps. There's more broader community section. The community, I keep discovering there's more communities. So people are starting up new YouTube channels. There's new Facebook groups all the time. There's new books and resources. I know Chris Green put out a resource book, which is pretty good. I checked it out. There's all kinds of different things that are added to the book. I use it as a way for myself to keep track of everything that's going on. And so when you get a copy of that, you get all of the research that I've done and all of the effort that I put into accumulating all this stuff and putting it in one place. which would more than likely save you the amount of time I've put into it, which would be hundreds of hours. So, in the matter of a couple minutes it takes to go and purchase the book, you get hundreds of hours of research in one place, and it's all organized. So you can see exactly all the different sections. So if you want to look at print-on-demand platforms, it's got probably the longest list of on-demand platforms anywhere. If you want to look up how to market, it's got multiple platforms on how to market on each one of them, what it is, how you would market, different ways to do it, free versions, free ways to market, paid ways to market. There's all kinds of different things. And there's just chapters on all the different steps that you would have for different things in your print-on-demand business. And a lot of it's applicable to Merch by Amazon. That's certainly the one with the most interest and the largest following, and more than likely the most sales per design ratio. Although it's not always the case. Sometimes you get more sales on other platforms.
Oh yeah, definitely. The thing with Amazon is that there's just so much, there's so many eyes on it compared to the other sites. So, no matter where you go, you're really not going to get more people, looking at that site than Amazon. Obviously, it's the biggest, e-commerce platform out there. So, you have the potential for seeing the most amount of people. But the thing is that not every person looking for a T-shirt is going there, or whatever it is. The merch, T-shirts is the only thing selling today on merch, but obviously that's going to grow. And there's no reason why you can't take what you're selling now on merch. There's no rules like some other things on Amazon, that you can't take those same things and sell them anywhere else. So, it's usually not a different format. You can take the same, design, the same image you got from your designer that was in that very specific format for merch, and you can upload it to almost every one of the other platforms without changing that. You don't have to use their template. You don't have to do, all kinds of stuff like, you had a design, but you wanted it for merch, and it has to be, exactly in the right format. It has to be, in the right format. It has to be, in the right dimensions. Has to be the right, file size, and the other platforms really don't care.
I'm currently on 17 different print-on-demand platforms, and all of them accept the Merch by Amazon standard format size and file type. So for anybody that's new to the channel, if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live, if you're not familiar with Merch by Amazon, which is what Shawn and I are talking about, it's an on-demand platform. It allows you to upload designs in the file format, which happens to be 4,500 pixels across and 5,400 pixels from top to bottom in a .png file format with a transparent background. The file size needs to be less than 25 megabytes in order to get up on that platform. And once you've uploaded it, you can create a listing, and once it's approved by Merch by Amazon or the Merch by Amazon team, it's live listed and available on Amazon.com. It's probably the fastest, least risky way that you can get stuff sold on Amazon at the moment that I'm aware of, simply because there's no shipping time to get the product there. It's a digital product, so you upload it in, and then it's available for sale on Amazon.com. Also, once it's there, when it gets purchased, you don't run out of stock. So it gets purchased and it's available for resale again and again. You get paid a royalty. Amazon is the seller of record on those listings, and they do get placed in with everything else on Amazon.com. So it's not like a separate website or something for Merch by Amazon on the buying side from a customer's point of view. Also, Merch by Amazon gets you Prime. There you go. What's that guy's name?
That's Cosmo.
Cosmo is one of the ferrets. You have 2 ferrets?
That is one of my ferrets.
Right on. So there's a ferret at the the theme park. It's exciting. All right. So Shawn, why don't you kick it off here? I know you like to do the intro. We're going to be doing TeePublic today, right?
Right. So we're talking about TeePublic today. TeePublic is awesome because they do a lot of things. They have, I don't know, I see a lot of questionable content, so maybe we can talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
A lot of copyrighted stuff, so I'm not, uploaded by random people, so I'm not sure what, the rules are exactly on that. But they do have, a lot of cool stuff there that, you don't see in a lot of places. Stickers for one. I know a few places have stickers and mugs. A lot of companies seem to have a hard time delivering mugs.
I got a broken mug. Did you see that?
Recently?
Yeah, we ordered a Sunfrog. I got a Sunfrog mug. It was my first one. I ordered it the same week they came out with mugs. It was right at the very beginning. They came out with mugs, and I said, hey, I'm going to try it, check it out. I ordered my mug. It actually, this is kind of a sad story. It took longer to deliver. I paid for the extra fast shipping, and it took almost a month to get there. And then when it came, it was broken. So I did an unboxing, a live unboxing. I live streamed it. And I opened it up. I was looking forward to the mug, actually, because it took a while to get there. And it came broken, so I've got to send it back and find out what it's there. But Shawn's right. Mugs are tough to sell, not to sell. They're tough to ship. Most cases, they're ceramic, and ceramic mugs tend to break, especially with temperature changes or with long distances. So it's quite interesting. But TeePublic does mugs. Should we go over some of the products that TeePublic has?
Sure. One of the things that I like before you just start rattling off lists is they make onesies. You know, you don't see a lot of, onesies available, because they're so small. But, you can get all kinds of custom onesies, You can get LeBron James on a onesie because, everybody wants one of them.
Every person capable of wearing the onesie should be wearing the LeBron James onesie.
Right. Kids' baby onesies, too. We're not talking about onesies for,
none of those
$10 onesies.
Yeah, we did. So for people who are following along, this is a weekly show. We do a different pod every week. And last week, which was the last episode, we did Ray John. And Ray John does full-size onesies for adults. But TeePublic, we're talking about regular onesies. These are the onesies for infants, little babies.
Hey, Jacob, did I show you the onesies that I designed for Ray John? I love Ray John. I'm making tons of stuff.
Yeah, you showed me one with Alex Moss. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I haven't sold one, but I get like dozens of likes and super likes, and I don't know what it all means, but there's a ton of stuff going on in my creation. So I'm assuming that at some point someone might buy one. I hope, but there's like stuff going on. So at least that part's exciting.
Yeah, so the likes and super likes, let's back it up. So last week we didn't cover that too much, but the likes and super likes allow you to get exposure on Ray John. The more likes it gets, the higher it gets up, and the more super likes it has, the higher it gets up. What happens is when a sale is made, if you're one of the earlier people that make a super like, you actually get an override on the sales of that design to a certain percentage. So there's a huge advantage if you're using Ray John or if you're involved with the platform. When you see new designs, there's an advantage to you to liking or super liking them. And if they make sales in the future, you actually get a monetary incentive for that. So that's kind of an interesting sort of a throwback feature for Ray John from last week. And the pods are always changing as well, Shawn. So I think as we see changes that come up, if they're big changes or things worth noting, it's worth noting some of those things. I know Merch by Amazon, this is not really a super new change at this point, but they restricted the number of characters you can do in the description to 256. So that's kind of the most recent change there. But there's always changes on all the different platforms. And Ray John, of course, they have the super likes and likes, regular likes.
Yeah, I was... I don't know. I think I got a couple super likes, but of course I haven't sold any yet. I've been mainly doing some, shirts. I got a lot of stuff that's, great for that all over T-shirt design. So we've been creating a few things in there. It's so awesome. You can do it right from the phone. So, if you have the images on the phone, I think it's something my wife will be able to, really, be able. She's always on the phone, so I think it's something that she'll be interested in doing.
Yeah, and it goes beyond designing something and then uploading it to the platform using a browser or something. I mean, Ray John has their own mobile app, so you can go right into the mobile app, take a picture right live from your phone, and it's basically instantly created in your store on your portfolio and available for sale worldwide. Ray John really, their app is impressive. So, but we're not here to talk about Ray John. We're here to talk about TeePublic, right?
We're talking print on demand. Yes, we are going to get to that event.
Okay.
So
before we get into it, as always, I just want to check, is there any Q&As? Because this is a live show, and I think we've got 16, 15 people here watching. So do you guys have any questions about TeePublic before we get started? Because we're going to go through it pretty fast. It's not a giant platform like Zazzle, or it doesn't have crazy features like Rajon, so it might be a shorter episode, which you can kind of tell we split about 20 minutes talking at the beginning here, but it's going to be a shorter show today because TeePublic is exciting and has a lot of interesting things, but it's not super complex. It's very streamlined.
Right.
Is there
Awesome.
any questions before?
Yeah. So any questions? Let's. You probably see in your upper left or the bottom of your screen, depending on your viewer. You can click on that Q&A button, and we'll make sure to get those. If you're watching live on Facebook, then just hit the comments. I'll make sure we try and check those out before we finish for the night, or just send me a private message on Facebook if you're over there, and we'll definitely get to everybody. So let's talk about what you think is so awesome and all of those products that you think we should be selling on TeePublic.
All right. So each of the print-on-demand platforms, I think, has what I call a superpower, something that's unique about the platform or something that's interesting that catches my eye that I think is different than some of the other platforms. And I've noticed over time they're starting to pick up on each other's superpowers. So they're starting to all kind of come together and become more unified a little bit. Last week, Rajon, obvious case would be the sublimation or dye sublimation, the all-over print. They dominate that. If you want to do an all-over print, Rajon's certainly one of the top choices. There's a couple new ones that have come out that I've just been made aware of this week that do all-over prints as well. But Rajon, they do the all-over print. So TeePublic has a few different things. Number one, the amount of colors of stock that they have is unsurpassed. I haven't seen any other platform that has more colors than them. Now, for some people, that's not a big deal. As long as they've got black, white, and a few other colors, they're fine. But TeePublic goes crazy. So they've got more than 60 colors, 60 colors. And on individual products like T-shirts, for example, you can get more than 40 colors. This is literally almost double the number of colors that you would have with, for example, Merch by Amazon. So TeePublic has a ton of colors. And as Shawn mentioned, they also have a lot of products. Now, I'm not sure if they've always had a lot of products or not, because I don't know the history beyond the last 6 months or so. But I can tell you they have a lot of products. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to read you some of the products they have here. And I've got my notebook here. I always take notes on all the print-on-demand platforms before we get started. So let's cover some of this stuff. So TeePublic, they're famous for T-shirts. That's their main product. That's the thing they like to talk about. That's the thing you'll see in their emails. They're always talking about T-shirts. But they do T-shirts, they do tank tops, they do hoodies, they do crew neck sweatshirts, right? Long sleeve T-shirts, baseball T-shirts. You see a lot of those things on Redbubble, very similar to Redbubble. This is TeePublic. Kids items, so they have kids T-shirts, children's hoodies, children's long sleeve shirts, and of course the onesies, which we talked about. They also have some things for around the home. So just like other platforms we've seen, they've got things for around the home. Wall art, they've got notebooks, they've got mugs, and then they have phone cases, laptop cases, and stickers. So stickers, I would say most people have sales for stickers on Redbubble. And I would say Redbubble and TeePublic in terms of the product offering are quite similar. And I would say that TeePublic is a little bit faster for loading than it is Redbubble. When we go through and create an account for my wife Tara, which is something we like to do in every episode, you'll notice how quickly you can get multiple products. It's even faster on TeePublic than it is on Redbubble. Cody says there's an echo. I agree, there's a little bit of an echo. So let's get into some technical details. TeePublic allows different types of payments. So you can do payments through PayPal or through Payoneer. So if you're worldwide and you don't have access to PayPal, for example, you can do payments through Payoneer. The payments happen on the 15th of the month, and they're for the previous month's sales. You can see the sales by going to My Storefront and then the sales total for each design. If you want to find out the information about any of the garments, most of them are 100% cotton, so most of the T-shirts. But they do have a couple different blends, and they go into details about this in their FAQ. But if you want to find out about what kind of garments there are, you can go into the garment info on products. They use, in terms of technology, some people want to ask, do they use screen print? Do they use dye sublimation like Rajon? Do they use embroidery, something like Custom Cat is really known for? They use direct-to-garment. So direct-to-garment is just like Merch by Amazon, and they use the Cornet machines, which I believe are the same machines that Merch by Amazon uses. They have over 60 colors, And they print on the front only of the shirts, and one exception to that is the zip-up hoodies. So the zip-up hoodies can print on the back. Every other garment is front only. If you look at something like Teespring, for example, they do front and back. Zazzle does front and back. Some of the other pods we've talked about, they do front and back. The color spectrum is almost unlimited. It's CMYK colors, so anything that can do the cyan, magenta, yellow, and the K. So those are some quick facts about TeePublic. Also has 2 affiliate programs. This is kind of interesting, and Shawn, this may be especially interesting for you. So we saw that on Sunfrog, on Gear Bubble, on Fanprint, and Spreadshirt, that you can create a link, and then when you put that link out and you share and market it, you can get an override or a commission on sales of another shirt, even if you didn't make the other shirt. So you can sell other people's shirts and make commissions with TeePublic. So we'll get into that when we set up the account. I'll show you exactly how to do it. It's actually really fast to create a store. If you want to create a full store, a complete store full of designs from existing designs on the platform, it's actually quite quick to do that. So I'll show you how you can do that. They also have like a referral affiliate program type of thing. Shawn, have you seen this other referral thing that I'm talking about, where you can make $250 per person referred to TeePublic?
No, I haven't looked at the referral program at all.
Okay, I'm going to go over that real quick because it is unique and it is different than any other referral program that I've seen. When we talked about Fanprint, we mentioned, I think, when you have somebody that's on Fanprint under you, you get 25 cents per design sold when people sell a design and you help them join the platform. With TeePublic, it's $1. So you get $1 for every design sold by somebody who you've brought into the platform for TeePublic, and it's capped at $250. So if you bring in 10 people and they all sell 250 items, you'll make $2,500, which is kind of an interesting way to do it. It's not really directly selling shirts or anything, but it's kind of an odd thing that's different from some of the other print-on-demand platforms. And it does allow you to encourage the success of sales for anybody that you know that's on the platform, and it kind of drives sales in addition to the money that you're making selling your own designs and selling other people's designs for that matter through the affiliate program we just talked about. So we're going to show you both of those. It's 8:30 here. I'm going to go grab Tara. While I do that, if people have any questions or anything, just put them in the Q&A or in the chat. Both are fine. And I'll grab Tara, we'll set up an account, we'll walk you through the platform, and we'll go through the rankings. So you can see the relative ranking on Alexa.com, which is something I like to do on every episode as well. There is a link there to TeePublic for Shawn Mayo. And I'll be right back, Shawn, okay? I'm going to grab Tara. She's not really sleeping with me here, but she was putting the kids to bed, so I'm going to go grab her real quick. So I'll be right back.
No problem. All right, guys. So if you haven't signed up for TeePublic yet, Cody, you can go ahead and ask any questions you have, and we'll get to them. So Cody has a Merch by Amazon question while we wait. If you haven't signed up for TeePublic, definitely do that. If you have any, as soon as we get the replay done, sign up. You have any friends that you think might, get your affiliate link. Like you just said, you can make $1 for every t-shirt sold, up to $250 for every person that you refer. So log in, create your account. Once you create it, get that affiliate link, and it's right in your settings. It says make $250. You click on there, get that affiliate link, and then anyone you share that with, use my YouTube video. Send you to, if you have a mailing list, or if not, you have a Facebook group, or just anybody who might need to make a few extra bucks. You send that to them, give them your own affiliate link, and you're gonna make $1 off everyone you sell. So there's a lot of ways to make money, even if you're not selling. So there's a lot of options. I don't expect everyone to have to use my affiliate link, but once we get that up on YouTube, you'll have the link. You can send somebody that video. And it's the same thing with, there's a few of them that have, affiliate programs to bring people on. So, use those things even if you're not able to design, or, you can't keep up with however many designs you can do on merch or anywhere else. So, don't be afraid to get creative, even if, you're not creative with the designs. Come up with, ideas or, whatever it is that you can make money. There's plenty of ways to make money without, actually creating designs. A lot of them you can just sell, make a ton of money, like fan print.
All right, Shawn, I'm back. Sorry about the delay here. I've got Tara with me. Tara is my wife, and every week we like to create an account, not only because we want to see you, my wife, have an account on all the platforms, but also to show the people that are watching how quick and easy is it to create an account on these other platforms and what kind of approval process is. So, Tara, a quick question. Did you get approved on Merch by Amazon yet?
I'm actually just checking.
She's going to check that out.
Yeah.
She applied, I think, 11 or 12 weeks ago now for Merch by Amazon, and she's still eagerly awaiting to get onto the platform. While she does that, I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we can kind of get started here. So before we create that account, I think she's just checking to see if she got into Merch by Amazon or not. If she did, that would be miraculous, so it would be great. There's a site called Alexa. It's an Amazon-owned company, and allows you to see the website tracking for every one of these print-on-demand platforms relative to other websites in the world, not just other pods, but all the websites. In the book, Merch and the World of Print-on-Demand, we actually give you the Alexa ranking of all of the print-on-demand platforms, so you can see which ones have the most traffic and which ones you could are most likely to make sales from based on the traffic signature or the popularity of the site. A lower number is better. And so in this case, lower is higher up in the chart, higher number, which is worse, is lower. So you can see here, you can see the screen, Shawn?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so on TeePublic, you just go to TeePublic.com, you type it in, you click find, and you can see that the site has been progressively getting more and more, but recently, certainly after April, even in March, between March and now, it's just skyrocketing, like compared to other websites. It's quite interesting. So it went from close to around 20,000, now it's up at 11,000. This is worldwide. So the worldwide ranking for TeePublic.com, and you can compare this to other videos because we go through this on all of the weekly videos that we do, is 11,803. That's based on other websites in the world. In the last month, it's jumped up an enormous amount. I don't know if that's in the last month or not, but it's gone up quite a bit. And the rank within the United States is 3,426. So out of all the websites showing in the US, it's ranked certainly in the top 5,000. You can also see where it's popular. So it's popular in the US, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Germany. Those are the kind of the top selling areas for print-on-demand sites as well. So that's good to see that they're popular in those countries. Just a quick aside, if you ever do go to alexa.com/site info, you can get all this information on all the pods, and you can refresh it because they do change daily. And this is monthly traffic info. So you can see what other sites are like them. So there's ShiwaBand.com, Business Insider. These are sites that are linking into TeePublic. Taringa, Board Panda, and Woot.com. Interestingly enough, Woot.com is partially or wholly owned by Amazon as well. What sites are related to TeePublic? This is a great way to expand your knowledge about different print-on-demand sites. You've got Redbubble, Spreadshirt, Teespring, Hot Topic, Designed by Humans. All of these are, of course, print-on-demand platforms, and so you can kind of see other sites that allow you to sell merchandise there as well. And that's available on any site that you put into Alexa here. But the real reason we do this is to show you the relative ranking. It's pretty, the future seems bright at the moment for TeePublic, but let's get into it. So this is the site, TeePublic.com. You can go to it by www.teepublic.com or just teepublic.com. And we're going to set up an account for Tara. Tara, you want to say hi?
Hi.
All right, so she's right there. So what you do is you go up here.
The infamous voice who doesn't like to
Come and say it. Come say it.
No!
Tara, I can't see you.
Come say hi.
I can't see you.
This is Tara.
For the reason
Now,
I can't see you for some reason. Oh.
I want to point out, guys, Tara is wearing the Armpire Stampede shirt. If you haven't been following this online, Shawn, you've been following this. This is the shirt that we screen printed in-house. We didn't do this print on demand. We did this just like, I don't know, home style. This is one of over 200 shirts that we made in the last week. And we sold, how much did we sell? 1,200, 1,700?
I don't remember.
We sold more than $1,000 worth of shirts, definitely. Almost $1,000 in one day, actually, of that
Yeah,
shirt.
it was 1,000 in one day, and then I almost got it the next day, I think.
Yeah, so it was over 700 the first day, and then more than 500 the second day. It was kind of an interesting thing. We should talk about that later. So basically, you go up to TeePublic. At the top here, you have this little circular icon. You can go to create an account, log in, or about TeePublic. You log in if you already have an account. We're going to create one for Tara here. So what you need to create one, did we already create one for you?
No.
What's your email in there? All right, so Tara, whoa.
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 Okay, Tara's going to create a username.
Top Mama's merch.
Mama's merch, this is what we use every week when we create an account for Tara. The password, I don't know why it's showing my other stuff there. Go ahead and type it in. Hopefully it doesn't show you the characters. Good. Okay, so she's going to create a password, guys. This is what we're doing. You create an account, put in an email, a username, a password, confirm your password. You click on create, boom.
By the way,
And now you've created an account. She's going to go and verify on her end. She's doing that on her phone. So Tara, when that's verified, you let me know, okay?
by the way, I have not yet been approved by merch.
Okay, an update on the merch approval. That was, I think, 11 weeks ago. Still waiting to get approval. But on teepublic.com, I'm optimistic we can do that in the next minute here.
I'm verified.
You're verified?
Yeah.
Okay. So Tara's now verified. So we're going to log in under her account. Oh, not that account. Don't show my accounts. All right. No, we don't show that either. I've got a lot. You can have more than one account on TeePublic, FYI. So I've got, I think, 4 accounts now. Do you want to type in your password for that account? All right, she's logged into her new account. So guys, if you missed that, we just created a brand new account. Let's upload a design.
I think that might have taken 11 seconds, not 11 weeks.
Well, it wasn't quite that fast, but it was pretty quick.
Well, it was pretty close.
So you can go to a PNG here and you can upload, what are we doing here? You guys get to see the whole inner workings of my entire, computer here.
Whoopsies.
Let's go into Design Pickle here. Let's see what we did here. How about a barbecue shirt? Happy 4th of barbecue. How's that look, Shawn? Think we could sell that one?
I like that one.
That looks like a complete waste of time.
Okay. So we could skip that one. Let's do Happy 4th of barbecue.
For here it might sell.
4th of July, right? These people do barbecues and
I've basically given up on the 4th of July because like a week ago on merch, everything was back ordered until July 3rd. So, you know, they're out of T-shirts. They're out of, I don't know.
I've heard about that. So there's multiple T-shirts that are sold out on merch by Amazon right now, and the shipping date is now after the 4th of July.
No kidding.
Yeah, so even if you do 1-day shipping, they're down to the 5th of July, I believe now. But you can't get a shirt for 4th of July.
It was the 3rd, and you know that was at least a week ago. So
yeah.
I kind
Must
of
be printing a lot of shirts.
lost interest in the 4th of July.
Well, there's a good side, there's a good and a bad. So the good news is lots of people are buying 4th of July shirts on merch by Amazon. The bad news is maybe it's a little bit more than they expected, and so they're selling out of shirts and they're delaying some of those delivery times, which is fine. But that's why you have multiple pods. You can do it on another pod and you can have it delivered right away.
Great. Then there's no problem, right?
Yeah. So when you upload a design, you can go up here. It'll give you a warning if it doesn't print on some things. So if we did a large wall art option, 20 inches by 30 inches or more, then we would need a larger image, which you can do. You can do large images. But we've uploaded here a 4,500 across and 5,400 from top to bottom design in .png with a transparent background, just like you would use on merch by Amazon. And the short title for this, Tara, what are you going to call this? Happy 4th of barbecue here.
Oh, 4th of July celebration.
4th.
Or July 4th. Oh, no, it's 4th of July. Yeah.
4th of July celebration.
Sure.
So you can create a title here, maybe dash barbecue. Main tag is going to be barbecue, BBQ. The description. So celebrate the 4th of July in style with a happy 4th of July barbecue design.
Tessa.
You can do whatever description you want. The more descriptive that it is, the more that it captures somebody's imagination, the more likely they are to click on it when they see it as a search result in a search engine like Google, for example. So some tags here, you may have 4th of July. And again, it gives you auto suggestions for different things. So they got 4th of July women's, for men, for kids, for girls, juniors, teens, boys, cats, for the family, whatever. We type in barbecue here. We got barbecue chef, barbecue sauce, barbecue grill, barbecue lover. Grill looks good. Maybe barbecue lover. Shawn, you're in Florida, right? So do you guys call it grilling or barbecuing, or what do you guys call it there? Because there's regional differences, right?
Both.
Both?
Yeah. I think it's mostly barbecue, but yeah. A lot of people use both.
Okay. So we can do grill. Interestingly enough, it's not letting me just do barbecue. Maybe there's a character minimum. How about that? Summer. You want to have some summer barbecue. 4th of July. What are some other things? Fireworks you would have on 4th of July. Yep, 4th of July, we could spell it out. So it's even auto-suggesting them now, right? Grilling at the beach, cookout, cooking. I'm not even typing them out, I'm just clicking them now, right? Barbecue, spell it out, barbecue spelled a different way. Meat, holiday, yeah, it's a holiday.
Party.
Any terms you think I'm missing here, Shawn Mayo? Anybody in the comments?
I like all of those.
They look pretty good.
Is there a limit or?
I don't believe that there is a limit on TeePublic. Some of them, the reason Shawn's asking, some of them have limits, so some of them allow you 3 words. I'm just thinking of Sunfrog gives you 3. Some of them give you 30. Some of them give you 40. Some of them give you 10 premium listing words and then 20 other words. Some of them give you a character limit. Some of them give you a total word limit. I have not seen a tags limit on TeePublic. We could try and push the limit here. We could we could go for it. We could say it's Christmas shirt. Oh, it says 15 of 15. There you go. So there is a limit. It's 15. Good question, Shawn Mayo.
That might be new too.
No. I think I've seen that before. Sometimes I get them mixed up on so many different fonts.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so we see what it looks like here. There's a default color, okay? So the default color in this case is white. You can have a default color of black. And when I change the default color, it's going to change them on all the shirts initially. Actually, the white one looks pretty good. Most shirts sell well in the darker colors, but I'm going to go crazy here and say it's a default white. You can also change the zoom in. So in the printing area, you can make it very small. Let's say if I wanted to make it like a patch, let's say up here, if you want to have like a little pocket crest or something, you can center it. You can have it at the top, the center, wherever you want. This is really designed to take up lots of space, so I'm going to have it just like that. If you wanted to zoom in and just have like the center of it, you can go all the way to 200% of the print image. We'll go 100%. Nice and lined up. Perfect. So you can see here, you can enable or disable all the items, and they will create them all at the same time. So you've got t-shirts, tank tops, long sleeve t-shirts, baseball tee, kids, items, crew necks, hoodies, kid hoodies, kids long sleeve t-shirts, onesies. These are just on the apparel items. And then down below, you've got apparel, you've got wall art, cases, notebooks, mugs, stickers. And the stickers are die cut with a white background. So you can select all the light colors, all the dark colors. You can deselect everything and have just specific colors. You can select all the colors. I'm going to go select all the colors. Again, you can choose your default color. So let's say on the tank, you can see what that looks like. It looks good. I think, again, the tank, maybe I'm going to do, I don't know, heather. Heather's kind of neat. Long sleeve shirt, you can pick whatever default you want. Maybe the gold or light blue actually looks pretty good on that. Your baseball shirt, you have the different combinations. So you've got black in the middle with white on the outside, or vice versa. So you can have a dark center with light background, or you can have the white center with the dark arms. I like that one. Nice. Look at this, the white center with the dark
Oh, that's very nice.
backgrounds. Thanks for the water. And again, we're going through this just to show people some of the variations because every one of the pods is different. They all have a different setup. They all have different settings. There's different ways to do things. We just want to kind of show you some of the different options here. So with the kids' shirts, again, you can see it's a bit of a shorter, wider shirt. You've got different colors here. We could do pink, the greens, and blues. I found sell really well for kids' designs. So I'm going to go with the coastal blue. The crew neck here, typical crew neck. Doesn't look good in black, but doesn't really look good in white either. I'm going to go with the heather, a hoodie. Again, you can turn them off if you want to turn it off, that it just doesn't show at all. I recommend keeping them all on because you never know what somebody's going to want to get. The kids hoodie, we'll do that, and yeah, the printing space for that is a little bit smaller. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Kids hoodie, we'll go with white. And you know what? The baby one, it's got to be pink, blue, or white. What do you think? Pink, blue, or white, Sean?
The blue looks good.
Coastal blue, all right. That does look sharp.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so those are some of the colors there. And then down below here, you can see all these different colors. Again, we mentioned this earlier in the call or in the webcast or what is this thing? Webinar. The TeePublic probably has the widest assortment of colors among any of the pods. That's one of its superpowers. Also, the ability to go through these real quick. Again, I went through each one of them just to kind of show you guys what it looks like, but you don't have to change them. And it takes the full design, and all of the design is showing when you do it. So if you look at something like Redbubble, which a lot of people love Redbubble, and it does create it on, I think, 56 products now when you create it and enable everything. TeePublic is significantly faster for creating them, especially if you just choose all white or all black or just a single color. Certainly, you can click on this now, and I can see, okay, do I want it as a landscape? Do I want it as a portrait? What about the aspect ratio? This is for my wall art. So you can see kind of what it looks like with different things. Maybe 16 by 9 looks pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that portrait.
That's nice.
Yeah, we can zoom in a bit. Line it up vertically, horizontally. You can move it up and down if you want. Let's maybe have some different white space. All right, your cases, again, you can have different kind of cases here. So you can see what it looks like on a laptop case and on a cell phone case. Notebooks, again, here's the regular notebook, front and back, and then here's a spiral notebook. So it's showing you multiple items per thing here. Mugs, you get 2 kinds of mugs. So you can change the color here if I wanted to have, let's say, a red mug or a pink mug. This is kind of Redbubble style, so I'm going to go with the white mug. Same thing with the thermal mug. I'll go with white. It just looks kind of nicer that way. And I'll make it like that so you can see it all over from one angle. Your stickers, you can have an automatic sticker layout. So look at that. It gives me a white background. Automatic with background is going to default to black, and background fill. So this is going to give me different sizes of stickers. The 1-to-1 gives you a nice square sticker. 16 by 9 makes it kind of like a movie cover. I really like that square sticker. So the automatic looks good though, and the white background, I think that looks better than the black background. What do you think, Jared?
Yeah,
definitely. Bob asked how you put designs on the back. You can't really do designs on the back and T-shirts with TeePublic.
You can with the zip-up hoodies is the only exception for front and back design. So all of the rest of them are front only with TeePublic. Some of the other pods do allow you to do front or back or front and back. Merch by Amazon, for example, you can do front or back or front and back. You can actually do both. But with TeePublic, they're all front-facing designs except for the zip-up hoodies, which you can put on the back. Good question. So you just basically, you don't have to make any of these changes, but I just wanted to give you an idea and see all the kinds of different layouts and different options that you have there. I've got all these set to on, so they're going to default as on. You read the terms and conditions, and then you publish it, and it's up there. So now the 4th of July barbecue is ready to go. Or it will be in a second. I'm not sure what's taking so long. There you go. There, it's done. So I'll copy that. We'll paste that on later. Again, it gives you that quick integration. Almost all the pods are doing this now. So you've got Facebook, Twitter, Google+, you can email it. You've got the link here. You can copy it. You can paste it wherever you want. That is a live design. So now if we go to Tara's storefront, remember, this is a brand new account we just created for my wife, Tara, under the Mama's Merch. And it's available in her store here. I'm not really sure why it's not showing up, probably because it was just created. Now, here's an interesting fact, Shawn Mayo. If you're not familiar with TeePublic, all of the pricing is fixed. There is no percentage changing. There is no price changing. It is a set fixed price. TeePublic shirts, T-shirts cost $20, except for the first 72 hours. The first 3 days, it gives you the discounted pricing, which is $14 for 3 days. At the end of 3 days, it goes back to the regular pricing, which is $20. And it'll stay at $20 unless you're featured. So if you're a featured artist, then it goes down to the $14 pricing. If it goes on sale, so often they have a site-wide sale, that'll go to the $14 pricing. And if it's in the first 3 days. So pretty much all the other situations, it's going to be $20 or it'll be $14. And that's with TeePublic. So they do have fixed pricing and you can't change it. You cannot change it. We were talking a little bit earlier about how if you invite other people to use the platform, this is make $250 up in the corner here. If you click on that, then you get a link and you can actually invite other people to join the platform. And when they make sales, you get paid $1 for every sale that they make, up to $250 per person, which is kind of interesting. Other interesting things, if you go up here, actually, sorry, at the very bottom, this is something that you won't find, and it's not really well advertised on the site. But Shawn, can check this out, buddy. Under information, under affiliate sign up, you can click on that, and she's already signed in. So you have a brand new storefront, which we just created. You can join with the affiliate program. So we're going to create a store name. What do you want to call that store name? Okay. Mama's Merch Store, maybe? Sure. Okay, you can have an optional website if you want or not. We're going to create that. What it does is it's created a second store. So we have the regular store where you can upload your own designs, and then there's this other new store, this affiliate store. And what you can do is you can go to Browse Designs to build your store. So let's click on that. And this goes to the regular TeePublic selection, but it's added this little thing right here. So it says Plus Merch Store. And so what is something that's coming up is back to school, right?
Yep.
So back to school is coming up. This is after the 4th of July. It kind of comes and goes, but you got back to school. Motion School of Science and Technology. Okay, so Midtown. So you can just click on Plus to Merch Store. And you look at some designs, maybe just back to school. Okay, we'll add that. Back design. If you can see where my mouse is, I'm clicking on Plus Merch Store. Back to the Future. That's Back to the Futurama. That's like a double thing. Back to school. Back to the old school. Okay. King's College School of Law. So you can kind of go through and see what's there. You can click on popular. It'll sort it by popularity. You can also click on newest if you want to see some new designs that are just up. Old school gamer, that's kind of cool. So I'll add that to the store. I'm filling out your store for you, honey. Hope you don't mind.
I don't mind.
I'll be back, but I'm still here. Interesting. Oh yeah, binding up the tapes. Okay, so I just clicked on a few things. I'm going to point this out. So when I go to my user profile for Tara's store, she's got my store, which is where we uploaded her own design here. And you can see now it's showing. It wasn't showing immediately, but it is there now. And it is live, so you can go in and buy it right away. And then you have my merch store. So when you click on my merch store, it goes to the Mama's Merch Store. And all those things that we click the links on are now in one store. And if we want to advertise this store, we could just copy the link here. And we can paste it wherever we want. And the entire store is now being advertised. And any of these designs that get sold from your merch store, she's going to get a commission on. So that's kind of a really fast way to create a store, even if you don't have designs and you wanted to just get up and running really quick. It does create a full store for you on TeePublic. Also to be noted, Busted Tees owns TeePublic. So when you sign up, you'll be subscribing to their email list. You're going to get emails both from TeePublic and also from Busted Tees. Busted Tees typically have discounted shirts even below the TeePublic. So Shawn, you mentioned this earlier in the call, and I think it's worth noting. Oh, Tara's heading out. Okay, so
I am.
So that is her store.
Good night, all. I wish you all the best. Great success in your selling. Keep up the good work.
All right, there it is.
See you next week.
Yeah, so it should be noted that you should only be uploading designs that you own the rights to. Okay, you need to make sure that they're not trademarked, not copyrighted, and you own the designs that you upload. That being said, TeePublic does have designs which I'm sure people do not have the trademark or copyright to. So for example, I noticed there's a number of Back to the Future references there. I'm pretty sure they don't own the rights to that. So when you're building out your store, just be careful. Make sure that you're uploading designs or that you're using designs that you have the rights to. I don't ever recommend using designs that you don't have the trademark rights to, but TeePublic seems to be one of the sites that, generally speaking, is a little bit weaker on weeding that out. I'm sure there's a reporting process and they can be taken down. That's across the case with all of the pods, but it does not have a very aggressive trademarking denial system. Like Merch by Amazon is probably best in class for that. So that is a word about the trademark and copyright stuff. Shawn, you want to make any other comments around that?
No, don't upload stolen stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious, guys.
Okay.
So let's go through the questions, and then we're going to kind of wrap it up here. We've shown you already you can make money by directing people into the platform. You can make money by selling any of the designs that are on the platform. That's the affiliate links, and that's something that's pretty unique across pods. There's only a handful that do that now. You can upload your own designs. You can't really make your own designs on TeePublic like you can with some of the other platforms. Let's say Spreadshirt, for example, or Zazzle, or even Sunfrog now. You can create your own. In fact, they give you the Placeit lifestyle image shots with your print-on-demand unique creations that you've put up, the designs. TeePublic doesn't have a lot of those bells and whistles. They also don't have like 1,000 products. Like Zazzle, when we went through that, has over 1,000 products like skateboards and clocks and jewelry and all kinds of stuff. Dog clothing. There's all kinds of stuff on Zazzle. Cafe Press is very similar to that. They have a lot of products. TeePublic doesn't go crazy, but they do have more than just T-shirts. They do have more than just apparel. They do have things like mugs and wall art and things like that. So let's just quickly go through the Q&A here. Cody asks, Merch by Amazon question, what is your experience with rejections, getting info from Amazon regarding rejection design? Do you attempt to re-upload, editing, and even a completely new listing with the same image? So different people might answer this differently, but I have, usually if I get a rejection from Merch by Amazon, it's pretty rare because I do all my own custom original work and I do check the words before I upload them. But I have, when I first got started, I did get a couple of rejections. What I typically do, Cody, is I email them back and I just ask them, what is the issue and how can I correct it? And then I'll usually go through each individual word and check each one with the trademark because Merch by Amazon checks not only in order words, but out of order words. That was confirmed a few months ago. So sometimes it may be something that you don't expect, like an out of order combination of words is something that's trademarked. So usually if you ask them, they'll give you a better idea. It might take a few days, like 3 or 4 days to get back to you on it, but that's what I do is I ask them, and then I usually do take out anything that I'm unsure about, and I'll re-upload the listing. All my designs are 100% original custom designs, so I don't really worry about that part of it, but for the words, that's the only time I've ever had sort of the rejections on it. Cody asks again, on Redbubble and TeePublic, if we default everything to save time, can the customer customize the placement, size, image, color, etc. when they go to buy it? Okay, so different platforms are different. So on Redbubble, yeah, they can change the color of the shirt. They cannot change the size of the image. On TeePublic, the same thing. They can change the color of the backgrounds. They can't resize it because that's altering the image. So Bob asks, what pods let you put the design on the back? So Bob, Merch by Amazon lets you put it on the back. Teespring lets you put it on the back. Zazzle lets you put it on the back. Cafe Press lets you put it on the back. Rage On has an option of all over front and back, so I guess technically that's on the back as well. Gear Bubble, I don't recall. I think they allow you to go on the back. Do you remember, Shawn? We did Gear Bubble.
I'm not sure.
So if you go through, we've done, I think, 10, I think this is our 10th print-on-demand show. So we've done 10 different platforms. You'd have to go through, Bob, and check them out. But we just gave you a whole handful if you're looking to put something on the back. In terms of front and the back, that's a different story. So some of them allow you to do front or back. TeePublic is front only. So TeePublic is basically not your choice for the backside prints. But Merch by Amazon does let you do front and back, and Teespring lets you do front and back. A lot of them just do front or back, the front or the back. Hopefully that answers your question. I'm going to see it answered live. Okay, Ratish asks, do you have less IP issues on TeePublic and other pods? They seem to be more lax than Amazon. Yeah, I mean, I've never had a shirt rejected on TeePublic, although all of the designs I upload are 100% custom original with no trademarks, because I typically put them on Merch by Amazon first, just because the sales to design ratio is the highest there. So I haven't had any issues with TeePublic. You put down TeeRepublic, so I'm assuming you mean TeePublic. All right, and Cody asks, on Redbubble, there are some items that let you choose a title layout for the image. Once it is set, the customer can't choose the alternate tile type or just the base image again, correct? Let me read that again. On Redbubble, there are some items that let you choose a title layout for the image. Yeah, okay, so the primary image. Once that is set, the customer can't choose the alternate tile layout, tile type, or just the base image again, correct? I'm not 100% sure what you're asking, Cody, but I'm going to guess. So what you're saying is there's a default image that gets put up on Redbubble for the type of image that you have. So for example, under apparel on the first screen, there's like 15 different types of apparel, and if you choose T-shirts as the first one, that's the default. They can change items.
Make it small and tile the image. We did that in our webinar. You know, we put a bunch of them.
Yeah, so if you choose a tiled image, so yeah, if you have like a tiled image across the image, whether it's the line or whether it's offset, those are the two options on Redbubble. I don't believe that the person can change them. So that is your design. The repeating pattern, yeah, so the tiled image, okay. So on Redbubble, if you choose a tiled image, that's set as your image. So they can't change the image itself because that's changing the design itself. The design is the tiled image.
It's however you make it, and then it's going to be that way. So if you want a different version, you got to make multiple uploads.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to check the chat, see if there's any questions there. MBA question, wait till the end. Yeah, so ask your questions. What is the commission on TeePublic? You know, I don't even know. Let me check that. This is something I should know. I know it's not a lot. Commissions are right here. But they are very clear. So, and I think we showed this before. Didn't we show this on a different webinar that we did, Shawn? I think I've seen this before. Anyway, so you have your commission. So you have T-shirts, regular commission, and then the sale commission. So again, they have fixed pricing. So the regular commissions on most of the T-shirts are $4 or $5, depending on the exact thing that you're looking for. So let's say a premium T-shirt relaxed fit would be $5 versus tri-blend T-shirt extra soft $4. Okay. And then the sale commission is going to be either $2 or $3 on T-shirts. So the commissions are lower than you'll see on other platforms, so not as high. But they do add up, and they do make a lot of sales because their pricing is fairly low. The shipping is also pretty reasonable as well. I checked on a shirt, I believe it was $6.99 for shipping, so it's pretty low shipping costs compared to some of the other pods. So tank tops, again, $4 for regular price, $2 for it's on sale. Long sleeve shirts, $4 or $2. Baseball tees, $4, $2. Kids, $4, $2. So most of the things are $4 and $2 for tops. So you got the crew neck is a little bit more expensive, so you get $6 and $3, or $6.50 and $3, or $7 and $3, depending on the item. Hoodies, you get more. So you get $8 commission for the hoodies, no matter what type it is. They got lightweight hoodies, classic hoodies, lightweights with zip hoodies, classic zip hoodies, $4 if it's on sale. Cases, $5 or $3 if it's on sale. Laptop cases, $5 or $3 if it's on sale. The notebooks, they have the hardcover ruled, spiral ruled notebooks or blank hardcover, and you get either $3 or $4 regular or $2 if it's on sale. Coffee mugs, you get $3 or $4 depending if it's a travel or regular mug, and you get $2 or $3 if it's on sale. Stickers, 75 cents regular, 50 cents if it's on sale. Youth hoodies, $5 and $3, so it's a little bit less than the adult hoodies where you get 8 and 4. Kids long sleeve t-shirts, youth long sleeve, 5 and 3. Again, all of these, I'm not gonna go through all the wall art, but if you go under designers at the bottom of the page, there's a link. It's called commissions, and I'll drop that link actually in the chat so you can see that. So there's the commissions. And the print commissions, they're more, okay? You're making a lot more money on the prints. If you can sell, like I said, say the large prints, you're getting $21, $14, $21 a commission on a canvas art print, right? So if you want to see where the money's at in TeePublic, it's definitely on volume. It's not on the per item thing. And definitely on the wall art is where the highest commissions are, and then the hoodies, of course, they have more. So we put a link to the commissions there. I don't think there's any other questions. So, Shawn, you have any other quick questions?
That's it. Yeah, go sign up for TeePublic. I put the link in there. We'll send all these out. Link to Jacob's book, the link to TeePublic, and the commission structure. If you want to sign up, there it is. Even if you know anybody you can refer to sign up, if you have a mailing list of any kind, you run a Facebook group or anything else, or even if you know anybody, you don't actually have to sell anything here. This is something you're going to get paid for referrals. You get $1 for everyone they sell, up to $250. It's not limited to one person. That's $250 per person that you sign up. You're going to get $1 on every sale. So when we release that replay video, or if you're watching the replay, just send the replay to them, and use your own affiliate link. I don't mind, just go out there and figure out a way to make money. If selling shirts or making shirts isn't for you, there's plenty of other ways to do it. And if you can't figure it out, send me a message on Facebook. We'll figure out something to make money. Doing t-shirts isn't for everybody. Selling on Amazon isn't for everybody, but there's like 16 different ways you can make money just on Amazon, let alone all the other different things that are out there. So, every way isn't for everybody, but, we know a lot of different ways that we can help you out. So.
There's more than 35 platforms, each of which has multiple ways to make money in the book as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can make money off of print on demand or the whole print on demand.
And look, I'm not a designer. I don't design t-shirts. I've made maybe 2 or 3 ever, but I buy designs that are already done. I use things like Design Pickle, like Jacob does, and
I love Design Pickle, by the way.
Come up with designs. Sometimes, I'm not even creative enough to come up with most of the designs. My assistant Valerie, she goes and she designs some of them. Some of my other employees, I have people that I pay just to do the research. I pay them a little more. They do the research and they come up with the design. There's a ton of ways to get these designs. You don't have to come up with the design it, figure out how to market it, figure out how to upload. Just do this part. Figure out how to upload. Go pay somebody to do whatever you can't or have no interest in doing. I do what makes the most amount of sense, makes the most amount of money, and helps the most amount of people. And that's teaching people how to do stuff and figuring out new ways to do things. I can come up with a new idea for a piece of software almost every day, but coming up with t-shirts and stuff like that is just not my thing. And if it's not your thing, there's plenty of other people who can do that, and you can pay them for that.
And there's a whole chapter in the book about how to outsource all of those roles. We talked about that on other calls as well. Bob asked, how do I get paid? So you get paid on the 15th of every month for the previous month's sales, and you can get it deposited either into PayPal, which I can show you here. If you go to My Account, you just click on your icon here, and then click on My Account, and then you can put this in. So I'm not sure what Tara's PayPal email is. We just created this account live on the call here. But you would type in your PayPal address there, and if it's a verified PayPal account, you can save it. You can also set it up to Payoneer. So if you have Payoneer, then you can put in your Payoneer email address and get paid there as well. The partner commission, so when you're referring people to designs that other people have, and that's done through Share a Sale, and there's a Share a Sale account that's created when we clicked on and created that merch storefront. So you can also download your commissions reports. You can edit your storefronts. You can go and create multiple albums. You can set up Google Analytics. I mean, we don't even mention this anymore, Shawn. But you can do Google Analytics if you want to connect to Google Analytics tracking UID. You can do that here, and most all of the pods have this now. So we've even stopped mentioning it because they all have it. Google Analytics. A lot of them have Facebook Pixels as well. I haven't seen Facebook Pixel integration with TeePublic, but they do have the Google Analytics. You can also create multiple storefronts, and you can have multiple albums within a storefront as well. So with that, guys, that is TeePublic. I know I said at the beginning it's going to be a little bit shorter. I mean, it was only an hour and 15 minutes here. Normally, these